G'day folks, Rod from My Water Filter here today, and what I'd like to introduce you to is our Doulton Ultracarb range of water filters, okay? So the Dalton name, it's been around for a long time, maybe 185 plus years they've been making the Doulton Ultracarb products in some description, okay? So they are a great cartridge, always been a great cartridge, good on rainwater or city water. Nowadays, there has been some changing with the times, and you will see that there's a fair bit of chloramine used nowadays on the East Coast instead of chlorine. So straight off the bat, the Dalton cartridge is not certified or tested so far for the chloramine. So if you're on the East Coast, you might want to start looking at the UltraPure range instead. Failing that, if you are on rainwater or in a place like Western Australia that just still runs on chlorine, then you'd be fine if you want to stick with the good old Dalton cartridge that you used for many years and that you trust, okay? On the rainwater, they're great for rainwater. Obviously the bugs and bacteria just can't get through the cartridge. They've proven for many years that they're a success at doing that, and they work an absolute treat. As you can see, here's the Doulton Ultracarb cartridge in front of me. The Dalton cartridges do come in at least, say, 3 sizes are the most popular ones. Just a ceramic outer shell, a ceramic outer shell with some carbon, and then this Doulton Ultracarb, which is the best of the lot in the sense that it's a ceramic outer shell. We've got carbon on the inside for the chlorine, etc., and then some heavy metal removal up the centre core. Now, if you put this Dalton cartridge into any of these housings here, these housings that we use are the QMP from America. They are award-winning, certified housings. They have been working for us for many years. We've never had an issue with them, and I stand by these housings. They are absolute beauties, all right? So, good cartridge with an amazing housing, and you're gonna have a win, all right? So, Dalton cartridge can go into a single benchtop, single under the sink, no worries at all. Situation is, if you're using that cartridge and it does block up and got a lot of sediment, dirt out of the water, which is obviously retained on the outside of the cartridge, you can get that cartridge and scrub it under a flowing kitchen sink tap with some 100 grit sandpaper, etc. Clean it all up, get it going again, and you'll be good to go, okay? Then, if you don't want to be scrubbing it, you could step up to something like a twin benchtop or twin under sink, sediment and Dalton, okay? And what that's going to do now is the sediment cartridge is made to remove the sediments out of the water and protect the other cartridge in position too, so it can do what it needs to do. So a sediment cartridge is a great way to not have to clean your water filter, and also to keep it nice and clean so it can work at its optimum, all right? These Dalton cartridges, even on city water with the heavy chlorine in them, really do make great tasting water, all right? They're absolute beauties. We do use the Dalton with some other specialty cartridges because people love to use it because it's proven over time to be a success. And as you can see, we have a fluoride filter with the Dalton, and we also have an alkalizer with the Dalton available in under sink systems, all right? I would suggest to you, if you were going to go with a twin, obviously this is just a sediment and Dalton, but if you're going to step up to any other form of twin, fluoride and Dalton and alkalizer, alkohydrate, elevating the pH of the water. If you can fit it in a triple system under your sink, I'd be looking at going for a triple. You can get a pre-filter in front of it, a sediment removal filter in front of it, and if you can take all the lumps and bumps and dirt out before the fluoride and the Dalton, it allows the fluoride cartridge to work at its optimum, and you'll get far better results from it, and it'll last a lot longer without having sediment building up inside, okay? Sometimes you can't, and you've just got to go with a twin, and but if you've got the option and the room in there, go with the triple, okay? So they're a 12-month cartridge. They work very well. They make great tasting water. Everything here is made by credible companies in quality countries, and I don't think anybody could knock the Dalton range. They've been around for years and people have depended on them many times. So they're great to use and we highly recommend them. Be aware if you're on chloramine, is my what I'm suggesting, because they're just not certified for that, and chloramine's been used a lot wider in Australia nowadays. So have a look on the page. If we could help you in any way, give us a call. We'd always love to hear from you. Thanks very much.